Alright, let's do us a restoration. Get started on it today. Now this is you saw the video where I got the restoration box. This is a first aid box, first aid kit. Just a box, there's no kit in it. And this thing is very well built. And in good shape. Now I'm not going to paint the inside. Just going to clean that out. There's no rust in there. Almost all the original paint is there. The water seal is still there, so we're going to leave all of that. So what I'm going to do, we're going to take it, the top is in the worst shape. I'll take it over to the blast cabinet, strip all this paint off of it. I was going to brush it with this paint that I got. It's about the right color, but brushing is difficult when you've got the latches and all that. So I have some spray, some green spray, same color. We're going to do it with that. And I've got my measurements wrote down for the red cross, and I will brush the red on there for the cross after it's all dry. Now this will take probably 30 minutes to blast. Have to hand sand or orbit sand to get it all smoothed out. Spray with primer, dry. Spray with color, dry. 2 coats of color. So it'll take a few hours for it to, mainly for the paint to dry. I told y'all I've spent a lot of time watching glue dry and watching paint dry. So. And then when I get the cross painted back on it in the very end, I'll put a clear coat on there so it'll look shiny, because it's shiny like it is now. But there we go, there's the project. Let's go get the compressor fired up and move down to the blast cabinet, and we'll get started. Alright, maybe y'all can sort of see. I'll show you just a little bit of this. I'm going to turn that vacuum on, and it's going to get really loud, so watch your volume. Show you just a little bit of it, and I'll turn it off. Just boring. It's just going around it, knocking all that rust and paint off of there. Ready? Let's do it. Here we go. All the paint stripped off of it. Didn't take very long. Rust is gone as well. Now, I'm going to take the orbit sander, go over the big surfaces, and I'll get some hand sandpaper and go around the little parts. Get it wiped down, and we'll be ready to put a coat of primer on there. And it is whatever time it is. It'll be time to go get Butterbean off the school bus. Got Pawpaw duty this week. Alright, I took it outside and sprayed it. Primer coat. Looks like it might rain. So I've been really dry, but the humidity has got up again. So I thought I'd bring it in here and let it dry. Looks really good. We'll give that a hour or so to dry really good. And then if it don't rain, take it back outside and put the first color coat on there. And I've decided I'm going to use this. Very, very good stuff. Instead of this, which is good too. But I don't have a little tiny sprayer I could spray that with. If I try to brush it, it's going to run all around all this stuff here in the latches. So one day I might get me one of those little micro sprayer, not the tiny ones, but a little bit bigger. And you have to thin that down and all that, because that's an oil-based paint. Anyway, this will work very well, cover very well. 2 coats, dry overnight, then paint the cross on there, then clear coat it, and it'll be tomorrow probably, but it'll be finished. I like it. All right, first coat of color is on. Now this will dry pretty quickly, but I'm going to give it about at least an hour. It'll dry in 5 minutes. I'll give at least an hour to get nice and dry. Then we'll put a second coat on. You can see the bottom, or actually the top. There we go. Continuing on, continuing on. Alright, second coat is on. And I think that will do it for today. Got a good amount of work done today. And I'm ready to go in and get a bite to eat. You can't see that bottom part very good, but it's painted. 2 coats, let it dry overnight, and then we will do the cross and clear coat tomorrow. All right, y'all, it's the next morning. Our paint is dried overnight. Looks really, really nice. Now I've got it closed up for a minute. Now we're going to outline the cross, the medical cross. Take some tape, painter's tape. I'll show y'all what I'm doing here, because I've got it measured out over here what it was. I'm going to cut it out of here and make this like our template. I attempt to. I think it'll work just fine. I've already mixed up the red paint. Paint's in really good shape even though it's old. It's been stored in a dry place. It's not clumpy or nothing like that. And it is red, let me tell you. Bright red. It's like what was on there. Fire engine trucks, fire engines would be proud to be that color. Alright. Sharpen this with a pencil right quick. Like that. Alright, let's find our center. That is 7 3/4. Hang on, let me get my ciphering machine. I've never been able to do math in my head. So it's 3 7/8 is the center. 3 7/8 is right there. Now let's get our little handy dandy square. Alright, there's our center line. Might need that again. Now, it went 1 inch down from the top. Our 1 inch there and the bottom. Our 1 inch there. Now remember, a lot of these rulers, this is not a machinist ruler, it's not precision. You got almost a 1/4 of an inch before the line starts. So the end of this is not true to that. Okay, then it went over 2 3/4. Just right there. Two and 3/4. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's 2 3/4 from the end. Right there. Let's see, from here to here is 3 inches, so that's 1 1/2 and 1 1/2 is 3. Yeah, 1 1/2. That's our center right there, like that. Now the cross itself was 3/4. Let's see. Hang on. That's cipher again. Alright, so half of that is 3/8. It's right there. Mark there. Mark there. Look, don't do that way, it's hitting that latch. There's that one. And from our center, we need to do 3/8 again. Up there. It's right there. I don't have my glasses on. I'll make it work though. There. There. And we'll connect our there. There. Now I could have had a sticker printed to go on here, but that's not the way it was original. It was painted. Everything in our world, modern world, don't have to be stickers and pre-made stuff. These things still work. Even though if you don't do math in your head for a long time, it slips your brain, and I ain't never been good at it anyway, so never good. That's why we have tools. Now, wherever I put my razor blade, let's find that thing in front of me. So now we want to come down to there. Over to here. To here. Across there. I know this is boring to some people, but other people it ain't. So a guy on a machine shop channel the other day went through a whole long lengthy thing on how to fix a certain machine that he had, an old milling machine. And he said he hoped it wasn't boring, but there was one comment on there, a guy beside himself that had the same machine and the same problem and couldn't figure it out. So if you help one person on these videos, people that do repairs and stuff, that's well worth your time, I think. Alright, now we're going to take this out. Did I cut that one? Yeah. That one wants to be stubborn, so let's move over here to this one. It'll be okay. Trim this up. I didn't want to cut for some reason. There we go. Now just trim up this little edge here. This one here. Just like that. What do you think? Now, let's get our paint sitting there mixed. Let's get our brush and let's go ahead and do that. Put one coat on there. Probably take two anyway. Alright, foam brush. That's why you put that tape on there. Just like that. Now this is a oil-based paint. Will take a while to dry. Enough to second coat it. And then I want it to be really dry before I'm comfortable taking that tape off of there. Then we'll put the clear coat on it, the whole thing. You know what? One coat might be fine on that. We'll wait and let it dry and see what it looks like. There we go. Be back a little later on when it's dry. Well, let's do this again with the camera on this time. I'm sitting here talking away, peeling the tape to show you all this. And the camera's not on. Boy, I amaze myself sometimes, being dumb. Anyway, there it is. Not quite dry. I'm going to let it sit. I didn't want to leave that tape on there. I wanted to get it off fast as I could, just in case I didn't want it to stick to this. Now this painter's tape is supposed to come off of anything after 24 hours, but that is also my painter's tape that I have is the economy brand off of Amazon. I got like 6 rolls of it for 10 bucks 2 years ago. So anywhere else it's $6 and $7 for one little roll. So anyway, it works. But there we go. That's going to look really nice when it's all dry. Then I will put the clear coat on it probably late this afternoon, and that'll take overnight to dry. This one will be finished up and ready to look at tomorrow. Alright, our paint has dried for the most part. I know it's dark out here, but everything's dry. Now we're going to go ahead and put a coat of clear coat on. Now the first coat is going to be very, very light. I may only need one coat. Not sure if I'm going to put it on there. Now let it dry and look at it and see what it looks like. If we need another coat, we'll put another coat. Now I can't hold the camera and spray and everything, keep overspray off the camera and me and everything else, so you'll see it here in just a minute. Alright, it is the end of the day. Our box is finished, nice and dry. Let's go ahead and take this tape off the inside, put there to protect it, and we'll wipe it out. We're not going to paint that because the paint in there is very good shape. Just want a bunch of overspray getting in there. Now I looked these up online, and they are from late World War II and the Korean War era, back in them. Probably used some in Vietnam, because you know the military is, they use stuff until it is used up, if they can. Okay, all that's still intact, just like it was. Now what is this worth? I've saw prices from $89 for a rough looking one like this was when I got it, up to $350. Now the $350 ones were complete. They had all the stuff in there still, and that's a very, very reasonable price for something like this, I think. This one, as good a shape as it is in, is in very good shape, especially now. If it were mine, I would say $175 would be the value of it if I were going to sell it, if it belonged to me, which it don't. But there we go, right there. OD green. I did put another coat of clear on there, 2 coats of clear. Very, very light clear, light coats. Because all the clear is for is to make it shine just a little bit. You don't want it to shine a lot, but it's to harden that layer of paint that I put on there. See, there's the note. Came with it. There we go. Smiley face. Seals up very, very nice with that rubber gasket in there. And there it is. What do y'all think? You could stock that with first aid equipment right now and carry it, and that may be what he's going to do with it. Now these tabs are, like I said, hanging up inside a tent, hanging up inside a vehicle, Jeep, personnel carrier, tank, anything. There you go. Or your camper, your RV, and you know that is a first aid kit. Now, right proud of this one. It came out very nice. And I thank y'all very much for following along. And I've got another one in the works, another restoration, and we'll see that one next time. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. And I'll see y'all next time.